hello my fellow car modelers. How are you doing today? We are going to take a look at another one of Luka's unbuilds. Oh yeah. This one has a sad story, kind of, sort of, I guess, not really, why I ended up stopping working on it. But lately it's been on my mind a lot and I really want to get back on it. But this was not very old, not too long ago. You can see, let's see. There's not a lot done, but there is a lot done. We'll show you the engine. I'm going to get some of the parts out here, basically the important parts. Heck, we got it kind of mocked up still. The story on this car, well, those of you who have been long time viewers of my channel might remember this. Back in when the whole COVID thing started in 2020, I got it. I got really sick and was out of commission for almost 2 months. And when I started getting going again, I wanted to do a quick build, and I wanted to do it on my channel. So this was my recovery model, and you can see I was doing a drag car, and the series was going really well. And I go to shoot, well, I did shoot the second part, and there was a lot of things that were going on in that second part. And we're just going to let you, as I'm telling the story, let you look at this thing. Not a lot to look at. It's mostly mocked up at that frame, and suspension's all done. Put a little chrome, bare metal foil on the back. Chrome cover for the rear end. Just cool wheels and tires. Just a good look. So this car, let's show you the engine going big block. This is supposed to be a stock eliminator, NHRA stock eliminator class car. And pretty much there's more done to this than I thought when it comes to like the engine and suspension and all that. Moving on pretty good. Valve covers, I think those might be 24 scale valve covers. Not sure where the intake came from. Carburetor is a resin carburetor, a quadrajet. You need to do that per stock eliminator rules. Has to be the carburetor that came with the vehicle when purchased. And yeah, those might be the 24th scale pro stock ones from the old pro stock Camaros from the 80s. I'll get some out and we'll compare and we'll nail that down and let you guys know exactly. Because remember, this is a 25th scale kit. This is the the one that came out back in around 2018. I love this kit. It's really phenomenal. At first my whole view was, it was cool. It was a 68, and then they later also did 69. I've done a couple videos on this kit. I thought, AMT had their 69 Chevelle out since 1969, and it was like, why do something that's already been done? But Revell just did it better. This is just, sorry, round two, but this kit is just outstanding. I love it. I love it so much. Well, I go to take my memory card out of my camera, and I put it to download it into my computer, and I had a huge equipment glitch. I can't remember if it was the camera or if it was my computer at the time. I lost all of my footage of part 2. I tried to recover. I tried to continue on shooting, but so much great stuff was lost that I ended up scrapping the whole build. Not as far as scrapping the build, but I put it on hold. I wanted to move on to other things, but I scrapped the whole build video series. One thing that if you watch this video right here of just modeling tips, what I did with this rear tire, that is all on that tips video on how to get that look. Those are decals, and then you kind of weather it up a bit, make it look a little more realistic, not have that vibrant white lettering showing at you there. When you go look at these cars for real, they're not bright white unless the tires are really brand new, and you can tell those aren't supposed to be brand new tires. The slicks, I believe these are I have no idea. They're old Goodyears. You can see that behind there. I left that. They look like they're hard. These are old like from the Revell kits, plastic 2-part tires that just glue together. I like those. They're the right size for stock eliminator in model form. They might be out of scale for stock eliminator, but it looks so much better to me. I'll go with a little bit. I don't necessarily, even though I've got NHRA rule books here, I do have a tendency to rivet count myself. There's some things that I just don't worry about it when it comes to doing stock eliminator cars. I just think the tires just look too thin when you bring it down to scale, so I like to thicken them up. Those are a little bit bigger than what stock eliminator would really run if you were to scale it all out. But I don't care. NHRA isn't going to rip me apart when I take this to a show. My plan for this car was to emulate a real stock eliminator car from one of my favorite drivers out there. I love the stock eliminator class and the super stock class, and I have my favorite drivers for years. Guys that I admire. They're kind of like my John Forces and Kenny Bernsteins. I'm not really into the pro classes. I like these stock guys. They're my heroes, and I love going up and meeting them and talk to them. And there's a couple of brothers up in Washington State, I believe, and they race here in Division 7, and I'd go see them race all the time, is the Lane brothers. There's Jody Lane and Toby Lane. And Toby, he runs this white 68 Chevelle. Pretty basic looking race car. I love white race cars. So I'm not really doing Toby's car, but I'm doing it like Toby's car. Kind of a salute. I might put, like, I think I was going to do a little bit more of a sponsorship on here just to liven the car up. But I don't know, at the point that I'm going, I couldn't find quite the right wheels. I went with these wheels, so it's not going to be correct for doing Toby's car. And I've always wanted to do Jody's cars. I used to have a resin Malibu wagon, and I was going to do Toby's car, and he thought that was neat, and he let me crawl over his cars and take pictures of both his stock and super stock cars. Super nice guys. With an experiment I was doing, I destroyed that body, and it was a resin body, and then that resin caster doesn't make them anymore, and I've had a tough time just finding another Malibu wagon body. So I'm putting that out there. Anybody has a good quality resin Malibu body, let me know in the comments below. That's the like the 79 Malibu, just like Jody's car. Again, I'm not going to exactly do Toby's car, but it's a tribute to him, I guess. But I just like the looks of his Chevelle. That's kind of what I envision this thing. Again, like it. Let's take that. We might as well do that. Let's take a look at this chassis. I just love how they have the separate frame. Revell did such a nice job with this car. It's really cool. Having the separate floor pan and all that. Looks like I've done a lot of prep work to it. You might not be able to notice so much on the screen. So that's really all I got right now. I really do want to pick back up on this Chevelle. It's such a neat kit. My buddy Big Bob built a really cool one that kind of charged me up a few months ago. He loved this kit, and Bob owned a lot of Chevelles. He knows the Chevelles, even though he drives a Mustang now. That's okay. Bob's really knowledgeable about all these old muscle cars. Him and I can sit and talk for hours all about that stuff. Just another one of my put in the box. I just was a little frustrated, and I wanted to move on to other things to do on the channel. This was really for the channel, and I'm going to bring this back to the channel, but not so much a build anymore. I might just give you some updates, because I'm thinking now that I pull it out, I'm probably going to start tinkering with this thing and knock this baby out. It's going to be simple, just a white paint job. And one of my favorite things to do is stickers. I'm going to just sticker this thing all up. I love how those stock eliminator cars, to make every dime they can make, man, they throw contingency stickers all over those cars, and I love that look. It's so hideous and just all over the place. Kind of ruins the look of the paint jobs, but hey, that's how they make money at this. They got to make a little bit of money, because I'm telling you, even with what they make, they're probably spending more than they're making. You're watching the Luka C channel on YouTube. I think, we were going to take a look at some valve covers. So I have right here from the Mean and Nasty Camaro, 24 scale monogram Pro Stock Camaro. Let's do, by the looks of it. Yep, that's what those are. Those are from the old Pro Stock Camaros. Happen to have, those are really hard to find, is getting a chrome set. That's what I ended up doing. That's kind of interesting, is that's 24 scale Moroso valve cover on a 25th scale big block head. You can see it's a little bit big, but even harder to find. You can find a 25th scale Moroso valve cover just like that in the 67 Chevelle Pro Street from Revell. I don't like that one as much as I like the old monogram one, so if I can ever squeeze those on, I do it. That's it. That's my story for you. Take one quick last look. This thing just has the right stance. I like that. That's super cool. Oh, just to let you know, another thing, I don't believe I mentioned it. The wheels, those come from that Mustang, Revell Mustang drag car, the 90 LX, and they work out pretty good. I think the front tires, I don't know, they might be from that kit. They look like just street Michelins, but they just looked right. They filled the wheel well right. I love those wheels out of that Mustang kit. They are so cool. I love drag stars. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. We'll try to have out another video tomorrow. I haven't even made one yet. Why do we build model cars? Because they're a heck of a lot of fun. Here's the producer.